Hi guys, this is Ratchet's and we are playing Criminal Case Elite Mode, Case 24, hanging by a thread. And hopefully no unexpected visitors will interrupt us this time. Question, Katrina, we need your help. The Pupeteers just broke into our house and I'm really scared. Jessica, Katrina's right, you need to stay here with the kids. After all, the Pupeteer replied to Yann's open letter in the newspaper, so it makes sense a serial killer would want to target him. But where is Yann, Jessica? I don't know. He hasn't been himself lately, and he's been gone all day. I'm so worried. We need to find him. Meanwhile, Katrina, you need to investigate Yann's house and see if the Pupeteer is behind this. Roger that. Now, why would you break into a home if your modus operandi is to kill parents? Why would you target now Yann if he has been in a fight with his children? I remember what his modus operandi is. He kills parents when they get into fight with their children. Alright, Dinah was missing one of her high heels. This must be hers. I agree, Katrina. I kind of feel weird looking through Yann's house. But if the Pupeteer came here, we can't overlook anything. And why did you pick up that woman's shoe? You're right, the victim was missing a left shoe. Just like this one. But what would it be in Yann's basement? I agree, let's keep the questions for later. Let's start by collecting a sample of that white powder on it. And you picked up Yann's safe. Well, as you said, we can't overlook anything. So if you want to unlock it, I'm right behind you. Okay. Alright, let's collect something from the high heel. Alright, now that you collected whatever that white substance is off of that shoe, let's get to the lab. Except Yann's not around. Who should I send this sample to, Katrina? Roxy? Alright, let's do this. Well, she's a coroner, but she's the closest thing we have to science. Oh, god damn it. Let's unlock the safe now. What do we have in the safe? Oh, we can't see it. Good work decoding the lock on Yann's safe. But if he gets angry at us, I'm blaming you. Oh great, it's filled with a bunch of his junk. Since you already done the lock, can you dig through it as well? Just for consistency's sake, of course. I feel awful about it as well, but we have no choice, we are the police. Oh, what's this? Inside the Mind of the Pupeteer, new book. Oh. Whoa, Yann's safe was filled with stuff about the puppeteer. He really was obsessed, wasn't he? Anyway, did you find anything? A card advertising a new book, Inside the Mind of the Puppeteer. Ah, so you're an expert on the serial killer. And you say you know that woman, Katerina? She's a shrink you met in a previous investigation. Oh, yes. You're right, it's quite a coincidence that her new book on the puppeteer is coming out just when the killings have started again. I guess it's time we went to psychoanalyze this shrink. Alright, no sneezing. Alright, let's go to the shrink, but not for therapy. Miss DeVille, Commissioner Katia would like to talk to you about your upcoming book on the puppeteer. Oh, that serial killer is absolutely fascinating. After all those years of killing, still on the loose. Only a genius could outsmart the police. Lady, your enthusiasm is off-putting. Did you know that the freak you so admire just killed another victim? A certain Dinah Cooper? Wait, you mean the puppeteer is back? Oh my, I've been waiting so long for this. It will coincide perfectly with my new book. The puppeteer is such a brilliant person. I got a pretty versed in the mechanics of puppets while studying this killer. It's quite complex. Anyway, I have to dash off now. Wish me luck with the book launch. Oh my god. She's crazy. They all are. In order to analyze your patient, you have to be crazy yourself. That's just how it is. What's this white powder from the shoe? Do it look like Yann to you, Frank? Last I checked, he was in charge of lab samples. Well, he hasn't shown up yet. Yann's vanished. Nobody's seen him all day. Besides, it's good practice for you to do this stuff once in a while, Roxy. Well, you should practice buying me a drink once in a while. Anyway, I managed to identify the white sauce you collected from this shoe as ricin. Dancers use ricin powder on their shoes when they are performing on a slippery floor. If that wasn't enough, there were also skin cells in the sample that match your victim's DNA. So the shoe Katia found in Yann's house really does belong to Dinah. But how did it get there? Oh, I know. Yann's wife was convinced the puppeteer had broken into their home. Maybe the killer is trying to frame Yann. But you're right, Katia, the puppeteer didn't break into the house. That means Yann killed... I can't even bring myself to say it. Well, don't say it. This is horrible, but I agree with you. The only way we can prove Yann is innocent is by adding him to our list of suspects. Boy, I just can't believe it. That guy wouldn't hurt a fly. Either way, we really need to have a chat with Yann, but I wanted to go on record that this is bonkers. Come on, let's ask his wife if she's heard from him. Okay. Jessica, we really need to speak to your husband. Have you heard from him at all? He only sent me a text message telling me to come to the station, where I'd be safe. Why? What's wrong? Look, we need your help. We have to talk to him. Can you please message him and tell him to come straight away to the station? Tell him it's an emergency. Well. I just got a text from my wife telling me to come to the station, that it's an emergency. Is everything alright? I don't know, Yann. You tell us. The puppeteer suddenly starts killing again, and you choose that exact moment to disappear. And to make matters worse, Katrina found the victim's shoe in your house. Didn't Jessica tell you? I'm sure the puppeteer broke into our home. The shoe must have been left there on purpose. Listen, Yann, this isn't easy, but we don't have a choice. You're now a suspect in this investigation. What? Katrina, Frank, come on, my own parents were murdered by the puppeteer, and yet you think I could be the serial killer? That's insane. Don't you see? I'm being framed. I've spent too many years trying to catch the puppeteer, and now they're playing with me. Making me a suspect is what the killer wants. Your refusal to cooperate is kind of making you look guilty right now. Why don't you calm down? And if you're innocent, you know you can trust Katrina to clear your name. You're right. To show my goodwill, let me tell you straight up. I'm good with mechanics, just like the puppeteer. You better add that to my profile, Katrina. Oh my. Was it just me, Katrina? Or was Yann acting highly suspicious? He didn't even try and justify why he didn't show up for work today. But why didn't you ask him that? One thing is for sure, that man wasn't the boring Yann we've learned to love. I don't even recognize him anymore. You're right, we need answers fast. And the only way to do that is by solving the case. What do you say we kick things off with the steamboat? Some fresh air will do us good. Okay. Alright, let's just shoot a steamboat again. Oh, syringe. Dinah was sedated, so this must be it. Well, Katrina, I still haven't found the boat's liquor cabinet, but thankfully you got some other gems to make this trip worthwhile. Like this torn book, or whatever that is. And what's this? A restraining order with our victim's name on it. Think you can retrieve the rest of what was written on this? I can? Oh, why did you pick up this syringe up? You should be careful with that. You don't know who touched it last. Oh, you're right. Roxy did mention that Dinah had been injected with a strong sedative shortly before being killed. Told ya. So you think the killer may have touched this syringe? Let's rush it to the lab then. Okay. Alright, already. We're sending it to lab. Let's restore whatever this is. What's this supposed to be, a children's story? Enjoy Louis, Freddy, the adventurous puppet. Oh, we know who sent it. Look at you, Katrina, restoring a children's book. Are you going to read me a bedtime story? Not to you. It's called The Adventurous Puppet. Another reference to puppets here that we can't ignore. There's also a note. Enjoy, Louis, signed by Freddy. How do you know Louis? That's the same Freddy from earlier, eh? And you think this is Louis? This Louis is Dinah's son, Katrina? You're right. Given the previous argument, I didn't think Freddy was on friendly terms with Dinah. So why would he give her son a book about puppets? We better go talk to him again. Okay. Alright, now the restraining order. For whom? Against Stanley Bullock. Oh, your neighbor. Well, that was quick, Katrina. You revealed that the restraining order Dinah Cooper filed was against Stanley Bullock? Her own neighbor was harassing her. He acted all nice the first time we talked to him, but he won't be able to keep up his lies this time. Alright, what went wrong between you two? Let's go to Freddy first. So Freddy, not only did you hire Dinah as a dancer, but she also befriended her son, Louis. Why did you give him a book about puppets? I know Dinah just got killed by the puppeteer, so that gift now seems like a terrible choice, but it's unfair to judge me because of that. I get on well with kids, okay? And Louis would always come to work with Dinah because she couldn't afford a babysitter. He'd always hang around all alone. Worse still, Dinah kept yelling at him, her own son. Don't touch that, don't do this. It broke my heart seeing the kids so miserable. So I asked Louis for help repairing the carnival floats. I taught him some of the mechanics behind the machinery. He loved it. His face just lit up. Kids need to be encouraged to learn. They don't need a lousy mother who yells at them and tries to control them. Are you suggesting Louis is better off without his mother? Ooh. That is suspicious of you, dude. I never said that, but I hate seeing people miserable, especially kids. I consider myself a kid at heart. That's why I organized a carnival, to share this joy with people. We'll keep an eye on you, dude. Alright, let's go to Stanley now. Officers, I already warned you. I don't want to talk about the puppeteer. I was found innocent once before, and if you continue, I will sue. New victim, new crime, new evidence. Sorry, Stanley, you're not off the hook. So, you better stop talking about that restraining order Dinah filed against you. That wrench. Dinah kept flirting with me and invited me around to her house. I'd fixed the mechanics of her car, checked the plumbing. The more time we spent together, the more I fell for her. Oh. But when I expressed my feelings, she suddenly called me a stalker. She led me on and then filed that restraining order against me. Who did she think she was, pulling on the strings of my heart like that? She used me, so I'm glad someone strung her up. Now she knows what it feels like to be controlled by someone else. Oh. Sounds like something Pupeteer would say. Is this the syringe we were looking for? Oh, please, don't do it just immediately. Okay. Immediately after starting this part that the internet goes down. First the powder, now this syringe. I feel guilty doing Yann's job while he's a suspect. It just doesn't feel right. Katrina is right. It's not easy for any of us, Roxy. That's why we need to trust the evidence and try to keep our personal feelings out of it. Well, about that, the liquid in the syringe was indeed the same sedative I found in Dinah's body. Sweet! So we know for sure this syringe was used by the killer. And talking about that, I found a strange sticky substance on the end of the syringe. On deeper examination, I found it was a combination of two separate substances, apple and caramel. Oh, candy apples. Considering it's Carnival Day, this substance can only have come from one thing, a candy apple. A candy apple? Seems like the puppeteer has remained perpetually stuck in their childhood, and soon they'll be perpetually stuck behind bars. And there's going to be a life sentence for so many murders. I still can't believe Yann is an actual suspect, Katerina. They say the friendliest people have the darkest secrets. I just hope Yann isn't a puppeteer. He will break this team apart. Actually, there's a saying, if somebody is too nice to you, then that means they're hiding something, or they're evil. What about our other suspects, Katerina? Freddy had a friendly relationship with the victim's son, Louis, and he thought Dinah was a bad mother. You're right, Stanley led us to believe he and Dinah were great friends, when in fact she was so scared of him she filed a restraining order. And there's Madeline, the therapist, who has a creepy fascination with the puppeteer. I wouldn't be surprised if she turned out to be the serial killer. Isn't it a horrible feeling, Katerina? We've narrowed down the puppeteer to 5 suspects. We're so close yet so far away. And I bet that's exactly what the killer wants. Katrina, you're never going to believe this, but the puppeteer just sent us a message. I'm toying with you, the puppeteer. Oh! What? Well, I'm gonna catch you sooner or later. Okay. Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 3. So, thank you for watching. Don't leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!